Welcome to Iconic Motorbikes for today's shop walk. Let's see what's happening. First off, we've got Steve on another RC30. Imagine that, right?
Another one.
This is the one our partner Abhi picked up recently, and I've been he's using it as a daily commuter. You know what? It already has 2,000 miles on it. It only had 1,500 miles on it a few days ago.
A week ago, yeah.
Abhi.
Like on Sunday or
But
something.
we're thinking about pulling it apart, and we're going to get a little bit of heat for this because everybody wants stock. We'll keep the stock parts. What if this front end was on that bike? Here's the thing, I test rode this last week, and this one had some, you know, it was a little soft on the front end. The
I
brakes
just
weren't
remember you
great.
going like this.
Right off the bat, I had some problems with it. I thought the suspension was too soft, the brakes weren't great. We have the solution for that. This is it. Abhi, we in?
We have the technology, yeah.
That's right.
You can make it work.
So we're gonna modernize this bike. I'll put this over here. This is the ZXR400 project that we've been working on for a bit. It's a customer's bike. We're taking some parts off an older one. Actually, two bikes, make one really nice one. This is kind of cool. Watch yourself on the floor there. This is a VR1000 0-mile Harley. One of about 50, only about 25 or so for the street. We've got it all running and dialed in. The owner is letting us take the 0-mile bike through the canyons and take it to the rock store, give her a maiden voyage. The beauty about that scenario is, if there's an issue, he's on the East Coast, we'll figure it out tomorrow as opposed to sending it back to us. So watch for that. We're going to do a nice thing with Nathan May, and he's going to create a nice little video for us from the inset of that project all the way through the ride. Moving on, Ollies Back. Ollie, how long are you back for this time? 1 day. So Ollie is giving us 1 day of his precious time. He's working at Westby Racing. But his fourth job, which is Iconic Motorbikes, he also grows avocado, he grows hemp, he does a bunch of illegal stuff I can't talk about. This is the RC30 that came in exceptionally clean, one owner, 4,300 miles, but we want it perfect. So come closer. I've showed this bike before on here. We've already sent out, they call it rebronzing, is that what they call it? Huh?
It's a different process.
It's a different process, but anyway, so we had the brackets, they had a little tiny bit of oxidation. We're fixing that up. Everything else on this bike is spectacular. We've already got the carbs going on.
These are for the other one.
This is for the race bike?
The race bike, yeah.
All right, well that shows you we have 3 RC30s apart. We just finished this one today. So it's the Toni Elias ZXR400. It's a one that the guys at Yosh came and Rhett, right? Yeah. Rhett came down and helped us with a little bit of an issue that kept stalling out on us, but we figured it out now and it's ready to go to the SKU delivery. Had a little nick here, if you saw some old pictures. Brian at our painter, I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. You can't even tell, looks perfect again. Josh, this is a cool story. This MV Agusta recently sold on an auction site. It was ready to go, we were ready to get loaded up for the port. We noticed a little bit of fork seepage. So these big monster forks, how big are these?
They are 58 millimeters at the bar plant.
58 millimeter forks tubes, so that's wildly large. We went ahead and did the fork seals. We're not gonna send a bike all the way to Australia with a leak.
Just trying to find the oil specs and everything.
If it was going to New Zealand, we might send it with a leak, but not to Australia.
Not
So
so much Australia.
he's getting all the specs for it, make sure we do it right, and we'll put this one back together and get it on a boat pretty quick. Moving on this way, Angel is out. So whenever someone's out, we fill their bay up with stuff. And lastly, we've got Daniel. He's working on a customer's bike, a 900. And this one, what do we got? Got card work, a little bit of carb cleanup, a little bit of tank flush. All the regular stuff. I'm sitting for a while. It's been sitting for about a year or so. Do not leave this gas in your bikes, right?
Yep.
It does bad things. And this is the FZR400. We had this together on a prior video. It's pretty much pristine. It was sent to us to fix a couple things. The owner saw it on some videos and just got emotional and couldn't let it go. And he asked me, he says, Adam, he says, if you were to make it perfect, what would you do? I would take these rear sets off. I'd send them over to Ollie because Ollie has a vapor blaster. He's gonna vapor blast the rear sets. We are getting the kickstand redone. And this thing will be pristine to go back to its owner that loves this bike. Anyway, that's all we got. Thank you for joining us. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.